All right, what's going on, guys? Graham G.S. Matthews with FanSided Daily DDT. Head of the Wrestling Classic, October 24th, Windsor Locks, Connecticut, Hartford Doubletree. It's going to be a great show. Coming up at the event is Terri Runnels, WWE legend. Terri, we're talking to you today all about the event and everything else. Terri, what's going on?
Listen, I just turned 55 yesterday, and I'm still pissed off about it. But one thing I'm not pissed off about is the Wrestling Classic. Can't wait to be in Windsor Locks, Connecticut, and can't wait to see all of my wrestling compadres and all of our fans.
I was going to say, one of the first questions I was going to ask you was, how was your birthday? How did you celebrate it?
You don't want to know. The only thing I can tell you is I had 4 dozen raw oysters, and that was delightful. So that's the only thing I can talk about.
Well, that is good enough, and that's an awesome time. That's a birthday well spent right there. Well, this Wrestling Classic coming up is like a party in and of itself. I mean, there's stars from past, present, future of wrestling. It's going to be a grand time. You're just one of many notable names that's going to be a part of it. Of those that you know that's going to be there, who are you excited to see the most?
Dude, don't make me look bad by having me say one person.
Yeah.
I love them all. There are some that came after me, like Melina. I don't have any relationship with her just because she was just not there when I was there. And so, yeah, my history goes way back before her. But I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
Oh, it's going to be such a great time. And they're adding new names by the day, which is cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I think Earl Hebner actually got added today.
Awesome. Well, listen, I do have a funny story to tell you about Tatanka.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So we were in Germany together. This is probably like 10 years ago, doing an appearance. And I think that I had plugged the wrong adapter into the wall with my hairdryer. And it literally, like, fire shot out of the hairdryer. And we'll have to ask him exactly what he remembered. I remember him helping me, like me freaking out because my hair was burning. And it was god awful. But and then doing Sergeant Slaughter's charity golfing events, and my Lord, there's just so many memories from so many people. Now I have to ask you a question. I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm looking at one of the PR posters. And the gentleman that's above Adam Bomb, it looks like a guitar. Who is that?
That is Max Payne, I believe. Let me double check on that.
Max who?
Let's see here. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, that is Max Payne. Man Mountain Rock. What he's from exactly, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But I know this. I know Nick was telling me this is his first appearance, I think, ever. I'm not sure if he spent time in WCW. I don't know if he's an ECW guy. I'm not sure.
Well,
yeah.
Awesome. I just sometimes photographs can belie one's mind, and I didn't know if that was someone I just was not seeing properly or whatever. So cool. I will look forward to meeting him then.
Yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of great people at this thing. And it's so cool, too, because even a year ago, like, we weren't getting any conventions at all during, COVID and pandemic. And everything. Awful. I mean, it's got to be cool for you, right, to be not just with the fans, but seeing these people you probably haven't seen in a while due to COVID and whatnot, right?
Dude, it's absolutely great to not only see, our friends and family from the wrestling world, but just to see fans. I mean, sometimes I think we take it for granted just what all the fans do and gives to us, and to be able to look in someone's eyeballs and have them say, I really appreciate you doing this and entertaining me and whatever. It means a lot. And so to be able to shake hands and, definitely use lots of hand sanitizer or, fist bump or whatever. It's just nice to be able to see friends and acquaintances and new folks at the same time.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, and I feel really blessed, too, because this is in Connecticut. So this is like the first, wrestling convention that we're getting, and I guess Nick told me in close to a decade, which is crazy. The first wrestling major convention on this level. Any memories or connections to the state of Connecticut itself when it comes to this type of stuff, or really anything else, I guess?
Well, of course, the hallowed halls of the WWE.
Of course, that would be one thing, yeah.
Offices. Yeah, and I live in Florida, but I always love the cold, so I take advantage of any time I can ever get up to the north and enjoy some cold weather. I hope, I'm crossing my fingers, that you guys will make some magical snow happen for me before I get there. Now, let me talk about this for a second. This is going to be at the DoubleTree Hartford, correct?
Yes, DoubleTree in Hartford. Yep.
And what time are we starting the event?
10 a.m. and it ends at 3 p.m.
10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they should be able to see not only the people that I'm looking at on the poster, but you said you're adding more every day. Earl Hebner was added today, correct?
Yeah, Earl Hebner was added. A bunch of current stars. I'm trying to think who else was added. Obviously, Stevie Ray was added recently.
Awesome.
Little Guido.
You said current stars. Give me some of the current stars that are added.
Oh, we got a bunch of new stars. They have MLW's Alexander Hammerstone, Anthony Green coming off. He was August Gray in NXT recently. Danhausen from Ring of Honor, Tony Nese from WWE. Alex Shelley's been around a long time. Trying to see, Bob Backlund's obviously going to be there. Fandango from WWE as well. You mentioned Melina earlier, so a lot of the current stars too. So it's going to be cool to see everyone in one place.
Yeah, it's such a blast for us to see everyone. So when have you been talking to a lot of the fans? And if you have, what is it that they've said that they've been missing, or what is it that they are really looking forward to?
I think everyone's just looking forward to the interaction alone. I mean, everything you just kind of said about, meeting the wrestlers. And, over the last year, people have kind of had that Zoom experience and talk, like we're speaking over the phone right now, but it's just not the same, is going up and shaking people's hand, like you said, with sanitizer and whatnot, and sharing stories. That's got to be like the best part for everybody. So it's going to be a really fun time, I think. And like you mentioned, it's October. I've been living in Connecticut my whole life. I don't know if it's going to snow by that point. I will cross my fingers for you, but I guess we'll soon see.
Yeah, please do. It's interesting you're talking about that. I have a virtual autograph signing coming up in like a couple of hours tonight.
Nice.
And so while I'm looking forward to it, I'm a big fan of. I have probably 50 pair of Victoria's Secret pajamas, and it is going to be a pajama party virtual signing. So I'm excited to talk to the fans, but I'm also excited to be in my PJs, and it'll be a fun time. So let's go back to what we're doing though. Let me tell you how much fun I had with the captain himself. Oh Lord, that was such a fun event. Now that was a virtual signing, but we had so much fun. I don't know if he's told you anything about it, but I had a blast with him.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, no, it seems like all these type of events are so much fun, especially, and it's cool that they're still doing the online signings and you do this stuff from your house. I mean, even with stuff kind of opening up again, like you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get to go to a show like this in person, meet people, but you can also do stuff from your home too, in your pajamas, which you can never complain about that,
Dude, I walked the streets of New York City this morning with my dog, who is from Florida and thinks she will get in trouble if she pees on anything other than grass.
Yeah.
So I have walked up and down and up and down and up and down the streets in my flannels. And, I said to my friend Ian that I always come to every birthday. I come and spend my birthday here with Ian and with in the lovely city of New York City. And, I said, Ian, I feel bad, but I'm going to take her out with my pajamas on. He goes, it's New York City. Do whatever you want. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. No.
Yeah. It's one of those major nobody gives a shit type attitudes, You can just do whatever you want. No one would look at you. I mean, I'm sure that's probably the most normal thing that anyone in that street has seen probably today.
Considering he walks out to go to Starbucks in a Merlin hat with silver lame and purple velvet, yeah, I think I'm very normal looking.
I would certainly say.
And wait. The funny part is he's a psychiatrist.
Oh my goodness,
that's
wild.
The real kicker of the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
classic.
It's going to be awesome in Connecticut coming up October 24th. As we wind down here, Terry, I appreciate your time. But where people can find you, obviously you're on the Twitter machine at the Terri Runnels. You're a Twitch streamer too. You do Twitch streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right?
Correct, 7:30, unless I'm traveling or there's something else. But I usually always, post on Twitter and Facebook to let people know. Interestingly enough, speaking of Facebook, I was just told that my Facebook page has been taken down for inappropriate.
What?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the only time I ever post anything on Facebook is just to promote my Twitch stream or an appearance or whatever. So I'm like, what in God's name, could I have done that offended the gods that be at Facebook?
Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll have to figure that one out. But evidently I have 26 more days in which to plead my case, of which I don't even know what my case is, because I don't know what it is that they had, they took grievances with. But anywho, hoodle doodle. Hopefully by the time I see you guys in at the end of the month, I will have an answer to that, and I'll be back on Facebook. But until then, Instagram and Twitter at the Terri Runnels. That is the only social media names that I have. Any others are faulty and fake, and do not subscribe.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully people do not subscribe to that stuff, but to your stuff, like you said, Twitch streams, you're on the Twitter machine, social media, stuff like that. Not Facebook for right now, but hopefully that's settled by the time we see you at the Wrestling Classic, October 24th, Sunday, Windsor Locks, Connecticut, at the Doubletree in Hartford. It's going to be a really fun time, Terri. So I appreciate your time. You're a busy woman. This has been a lot of fun. And good luck in your battle against Facebook. Hopefully everything goes well by the time we see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I feel more fortunate in that regard. I'm more worried about Wilhelmina peeing on the concrete in New York City. But thank you anyway. I will see you very soon, sweetie.
Well, we look forward to you, Terri. Have a great one, and thanks again for the time. I appreciate it.
All right, I look forward to seeing everyone soon.